So a few months ago, I passed phase 1 and phase 2 with Alpha Capital Group. That got me funded a couple of 50k accounts. I made plenty video on my YouTube, so if you want to know how I did it, check out the videos. And from me passing phase 1, phase 2, I got my live account, and then I got some couple of payout. And currently, as I'm speaking, I got the overall payout of around $7,000 from Alpha Capital Group.
Meanwhile,
This time around, I got another funded account with ftmo. So basically, on my last video, I told you guys how I was able to pass my phase 1 100k with ftmo, and I was able to pass my phase 2, but I didn't get enough time to make a video for you guys. But currently, I passed my phase 1 and I passed my phase 2 with ftmo. Both of them took me around 1 week and a half, let's say 2 weeks. So I got my 100k live account, and the good thing is the same day I got my 100k live account, I was able to make 2,700, and currently I'm in profit of 2,500 overall. So I'm gonna get a payout with ftmo on 28, I think, in 10 days. Is it 10 days or 12 days, whatever, I don't know, but around 24th, yeah. So 10 days I'm gonna get my payout with ftmo. But what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm going to explain how I traded the live account and I made that profit of 2,500. And basically I'm going to get the 80% split, so that's gonna be around 2,000. And remember that ftmo refunds the challenge fee, which is around 600. So basically I'm gonna get a $2,600 payout within the next 10 days. So if I get the payout, I'm definitely gonna tell you guys. And if you want to get funded, you can check out ftmo and Alpha Capital. I haven't gotten a payout with them yet, but let's see after 10 days if they will pay me or not. And if you're interested into this video, make sure you drop a like below and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's get into the video. Alright, so guys, this was the setup I had, which I made that 2,700, and you can see the entry here on my screen. And as you can see, at first I had the stop loss before I took that win, so I'm going to explain the reason I had the stop loss there and how I was able to take that win as well. So let me delete this, and then I'm going to explain from the higher time frame to the lower time frame how I got the entry. So let me replay before even price come there. So when I go to something like the H4, I can see that on the H4, we can see that gold being bullish. Not even on the H4, even if you go to daily, weekly, everything, you can see that gold is bullish. So as gold is bullish, I'm looking for buys. And the main reason is when you try to look at the structure, you can see that we have a low that broke structure to the upside, we have a high, and then we have a low. And from this low, you expected price to buy and break structure to the upside again. But here you can see that price is having hard time to break structure to the upside. But that doesn't mean that it shouldn't break structure, because you can see that this thing created equal highs. Okay, we have a lot of highs that price created, so I expected price to buy, take out the highs before, if it has to give any sort of sell setup to the downside. And you can see that price been mitigating every single POI to the downside, like every single breakout block or maybe other blocks, whatever. So we had a lot of mitigation, and then price keep buying. So all I wanted to do is I want to go to the lower time frame, look for my session, like my setup, and just look for buy setup. When I come here, what do I see? I see that price is giving me this bullish market structure. We have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, we have a high, and then probably a low for a high. But for me, is if I want to trade, most of the time I look for a liquidity grab before entry. That means that if price would come and maybe tap this guy and give a buy, that means that there wouldn't be a liquidity grab. So probably my entry may have been liquidity, okay, because you always want to have like an inducement for price to take before you have for a buy setup. So in this case, for me, I had this low which took some liquidity here and then broke structure to the upside, right? And then it has this internal liquidity, and I think the low as well, we can have this guy as a POI. So I just expected price to come, mitigate the POI, and then give me a buy setup to the upside. And again, even this low, it looks like liquidity to me. You can see that it looks like POI. It looks like liquidity. Okay, if I try to put a line here, you can clearly see that this thing looks like liquidity to me. So I think at first what I even had is I had like a breakout block here, which I wanted price to come mitigate and give me a buy, but that was what actually caused that first stop loss I had. So when I play price here, you can see that price drop. So when I play here, you can see that price came, it hit this zone, and then it gives a small buy. So let me go to something like the 3 minute or even the 1 minute so you can see better, right? So what did price do? Price came, he hit the breaker block, okay, and start giving a buy. So from hitting that breaker block, that's where I started having the first buy. But even those buy I had was like low risk, because if you look at all the stop losses I had on that, I didn't just have one big lot buy. I just had some small lot size buys, which was, I think everything was up to like 1.25 lot or something. So I had some, I stuck some buy here, but then that thing eventually dropped. It went below my stop loss. My stop loss was somewhere there. That was a stop loss. So I was like, well, I was pretty sure that this is gonna go bullish. So I just wanted to, I wanted a reason for me to be buying. So in this case, what I did is I waited for price, okay, as I waited for price to give me like a reason to buy. So I waited for price dropped, and then he started buying. So from this massive buy, if you see well, this is the high that gave us this low, and then if price breaks this high, then probably you are looking for what, a buy setup to the upside. And in this case, you want to see price breaking this high, which in this case again, I don't think that price broke it. It created like relative equal highs and then started giving us a pullback. But one thing for sure is when price creates liquidity, we expected that liquidity to be taken. So in this case, we can see that price created relative equal highs. It didn't break the high as a change of character. It started giving us this small pullback here. And obviously, I know that as price gave us equal highs here, it will eventually buy to take out the high. So that gave me like a reason for this high to be like a reason for me to be looking for buys. And I could have actually waited for price to give me a pullback here for a buy, but for me, I did not want to miss the setup, okay, because I already had the stop loss here. So if price has to go to TP, I want to be in so I can take make that losses back, and then that was the idea I had in mind. So I bought it even before this pullback. I think I bought it somewhere here, like this pullback did not happen, and I had my stop loss below this guy, because price can still give us a pullback to extreme zone before a buy signal can also do that. So I had a buy there, and my stop loss was pretty much my TP was pretty much, I think around, I think the setup was around 3R or 2 point something, I don't remember. But my stop loss, my own stop loss was 1000. So if I made 2700, that was like 2.7R TP, and price went a bit in the loss, and then eventually he bought, and then he keep buying and he TP. He took a while, and you can see that that was a full TP for me. So this was that setup I had. So if you want to like have some key point for you to look for, first you have to understand the higher time frame, which in this case I saw that price was bullish. So when I go to my lower time frame to something like the 5 minute or the 15 minute, you want to get a bullish market structure. So in this case I had my 15 minutes, so my 15 minutes was bullish. So I waited for price to come take my liquidity, mitigate my PY here, and then from that PY mitigated, I just had to look for my confirmation entry. In this case I got it here, and then I have my TP at this high here, which was 2.7k, and that's a total profit of 2,500 something. And I asked on the ftmo Discord if they have minimum trading days. They said they don't have it, and even the payout date, at first it was monthly, and then I can actually change it myself, make it 2 weeks. So I made it bi-weekly by now. So by 24th, I think in 10 days from now, I'm gonna be requesting my first payout with ftmo. I'll keep you guys updated if I get the payout or not. If there's something or not, I'll let you guys know, because I always trade with the prop firm and then get a payout before I can tell you guys how my experience did go with them. So I will keep you guys updated. So if you like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want a full in-depth course on my strategy, you can also check the link below this video. You'll have access to my mentorship, which is a one-time fee, which give you access to my Discord group, my trading course, and everything you need to actually be profitable. So make sure you check that, and see you guys.